What's up with my APA family? It's your boy L, APA, coming through with another video. Some solid content for your mind, your soul. You already know. And as always on this channel, man, you guys already know what this platform is all about. Kicking them tails for the YGs that are troubled and the real offenders that have been there, done that. But hopefully they could, get that prisoner's awakening and, snap out of it. And as you can tell by the good old caption, that thumbnail, that uña. Somebody asked me for more Mississippi stories and something on Turi. Unfortunately, one of the organization members that's disregarded. It is what it is. And when I say unfortunately, meaning I really don't like talking about this stuff, and I don't talk on organization members that are active. I don't mention names, and I sure as hell don't speak on things that are actively still going on. But this is one of my experiences, so hopefully it works as a deterrent, like I say, for other people and then out there listening. So I'm gonna take you back to Mississippi, and man, let me give you a little background, so to speak, about Turi. Turi is an organization member, of course. This cat came out of nowhere. I mean, he was made and everything, and it is what it is, but like, his power grew so exponentially and rapidly. And, I was still in California. I was in Corcoran when him and Weddle, another member that's not another one, but he's no longer with us, but they were in relatively good standings, meaning like power-wise, and they were doing their thing. And they both had Corcoran. When I was in Corcoran, New Corcoran, all the Corcoran, really, they had it. And then as I went, navigated, and eventually made it out to Mississippi years later, Turi had grown, like I said, exponentially. He had grown his reach was far wide. And obviously you guys know that if you have that type of power and you don't know how to manage it, then even your own brothers are gonna, you gotta go type shit, that's their business. It is what it is. I really don't want to shed too much light on it, but it's not a puzzle, and it's not a secret. So when I got to Mississippi, he had a lot of workers, right? But what I really meant to say with the quotations is there's a lot of dudes out there calling themselves primos, meaning they all work for the same señor. And this señor was Turi. And there was a lot of them, bro. There was a lot of them, man. It just seemed like every other day somebody was getting plugged in. Oh, I work for Turi. Oh, I work for Turi. I work for Turi. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, damn, like, I would never think to work for any one of them cats unless I meet them personally, type shit. That's why you're supposed to work. But like I said, man, dudes were being put on, in my opinion, that weren't even worthy of it, honestly, and his name was running rampant in the prison. And it even came to my last Mississippi story that I told on my homeboy that passed away. Actually, in my last video, passed away. Homeboy brought him back. He was dead for 6 minutes. He was gonna get plugged in from a homie from Corona. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna mention names. I feel like that dude might still be active, so I'm not gonna say his name. But we were real close with that dude, homie from Corona 4th Street, and he had Mississippi, been on the mess on everything, been in a position of power in Mississippi. Good dude, nothing bad to say about the cat. And he offered my celly, my homeboy from my hood, the one that did all my tats, the majority of my tats, to get plugged in with Turi. And if anybody was worthy of it, was my homeboy. But my homeboy was more of a knucklehead than a moneymaker or anything like that, and he was a great artist. But nevertheless, he would have been a big asset. So I told my homeboy, like, no, don't do it. You're not gonna do it. And for those of you that see my last video, you've seen what kind of rapport I had with them. Ain't nobody else gonna tell another grown-ass man what to do unless we have some type of a solid-ass rapport. I would listen to him too. If he were to tell me not to do something else, I would at least take it into consideration. And he did, and ultimately decided not to go that route. And the reason why I told him not to go that route is because nothing lasts forever. And I just didn't like the way that it was going. I just didn't like that this dude was allowing or had his workers allowing anybody to work for him. And it's just like, nah, man, that's just not the way I'm used to things, man. I'm used to doing things on the 4 yards, 180 in the shoe, plugged in directly type shit, But anywho, and then, I had a lot of power struggles going on with the homies that had the block, the yard in Mississippi and all that in my block. And so a lot of shit happened. And finally, through this downfall, not saying finally, like, oh, I'm glad it happened. I'm just saying, like, eventually, probably a better word to use. Eventually, Turi had his downfall, of course. And, man, for those of you that were in the system at the time, or even those of you that are in the system and been down since then, you know that there was a lot of people that got blasted behind that downfall. And I'm not going to get into the reasons why he got disregarded and all that, because, that's neither here nor there. Maybe a different video, but you guys know that it's probably not going to happen because I don't really be speaking in the organizations like that. If I do mention them, it's because I'm trying to tell an experience of something that happened and relates to it. So finally, it trickles from California to Mississippi. All of Turi's workers have to go. The homie from Corona was working for Turi, and he had to go. And he felt it coming. He felt it coming, man. He's one of them dudes that understood. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. So we were really close with this cat. And the dudes that had the power at the time understood this. It was 3 of us from the same hood. 2 of my other homeboys had left. And this is before my brother got to Mississippi with me. So it was 3 of us from the same hood and 2 other homies, one from South Central and one from East Loans. And in order for us not to jump in and try to help the homie from Corona, they assigned Mike Crimey from my hood to be one of the aggressors, because they knew that my homeboy, my celly, had a lot of fucking love for the homie from Corona. So, and rightfully so, they knew it was my celly wanted to jump in for him, and I told him, no, bro, this is deeper than just us going against the grain. We're not gonna be right on this one. Unless we're right, we're not going against the grain. See, guys, when we went against the grain out of Mississippi, it was because we were right. And we had the backing at the time of Huero Verde, and that's a story for a different time. But I told my celly, like, nah, bro, I know you're a knucklehead, but we don't just go against the grain for the sake of going against the grain just because we don't like these cats. No. You gotta understand that if you go against the grain, there's gonna come a day that we have to explain ourselves when we go back to Cali. And we better be in the right. You know what I'm saying? And so anywho, something that he really didn't agree with. Intellectually, he agreed with it, but, Nakora, he just didn't like them dudes. He just wanted to do everything to smash on these dudes. Anywho, I told him, bro, whoever they send is going to be camaradas, regular camaradas. These fools ain't going to do their own dirty work. They're going to send righteous camaradas that have no horse in the race, no fighter, in the ring, nothing, bro. They're just going to do what they need to do. So eventually I was able to fucking calm him down and just chill. Especially when he found out that my crimey, his own homeboy, we're also from the same hood. All 3 of us are from the same hood. Remember that. But unfortunately, he didn't really like my crimey too much. They had bumped heads before, and they didn't like each other too much, And so that was another freaking wild card too. It's just like, this fool could jump in. You see, these fools put my crimey on it because he's figured 2 dudes from Logan or 1 dude from Logan is not going to jump in to beat up his own homeboy that we sent to get the dude from Corona. So, they were trying to do the Machiavellian games. But little did they know that wasn't even foolproof, because my homeboy didn't necessarily like his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And so It was just a clusterfuck in a way. And here's the rest of the clusterfuck. My crimey, my boy, I love you, dog, and everything, but he doesn't exactly have. He's a straight gunner. I'm telling you, he's a pistolero. He's a gunner. That fool will drop him with the best. Liver shot, buy him, throw him on the East Bay Bridge. But look, when it came time to handle the business, the homie he knew what's up. The homie from Corona knew what's up, and he was a big boy, tall, sturdy. He was a big boy. So when they came at him, that fool said, bing, 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 bing. Dropped my crimey on his ass. He just got a good lucky hit. Not lucky. He got a good, solid, unlucky for my crimey. Boom, on the chin. Bam. Set him on his ass. My crimey didn't know where he was at. He didn't know where he was at, unfortunately. And we're sitting here looking at it like, oh, hell no. And I got on my thing, and my homeboy looked at me like, damn, I thought you said we were going to jump in. And I stopped him like, no. If the homie jumps on him, if he would have jumped on my crimey to start smashing on him, I would have ran over there. You're not going to get my homeboy on the ground like that. Unfortunately for my crimey, he got knocked on his ass. But we were all close. So the homie from Corona didn't do that. He instead went after the other dude because it was 2 against 1. He pretty much got the best of him too. That fool ran from him. He ran from him. And the homie from Corona came back this way past us. And he looked at us like, fuck, fool, you know, it is what it is, dog. And, you know, like, and we just looked at him like, that's right, homie, do your thing. And he came back around to the day room. And keep in mind, guys, this is a big day room. There's the blacks, whites, and us on the other side, deep. And the homie from Corona sitting here, what's up? What's going on? And he wasn't doing it in a disrespectful way. He said, come on, man, let's get this over with. Come on, man, let's get this. You know? And nothing happened. Boom. Literally, bro, everybody went back to the same cells. Incident report, bam, bam. Nobody got removed, nothing. He got moved to a different block. That's about it. And that's because Studi's downfall. Eventually, they ended up getting the homie from Corona on a different block. This time, they came prepared. They put enough dudes on him with knives, and they got the best of him the second time, you know. But I love this dude because even if he was walking around the day room, he was like, what's up, man? Come on, let's get this over with. Let's get this over with. And the dude, he was looking straight at the dude that had the block. What's up, dog? What's up, homie? Why don't you handle your business yourself, dog? I said what I would have done. You know, he's straight gangster to shit. And I was just looking at him like, that's right, boy. Because me and the homie from Corona, my homeboy and my crimey, we all liked each other. We were boys at one time. We were part of some power struggles in Mississippi at the same time. Nothing but love and respect to the dude. And the dudes that have the block at the time, all they were doing is just contributing money while getting high themselves. But they were contributing money, and that's why they had a position of power. And I'm going to tell the rest of the Mississippi stories. Trust me, you guys are going to trip out on this shit. You know, and I told a few of them on my last channel. I'll reiterate some of the ones that I did early on, way too early. And you guys are going to see that they're bangers. Unfortunately, they're bangers because of the fucking ironies and the deception and you know, the violence that's involved with it. You know, so on his way around this way, the homie from Corona see my crime is still like woozy on the ground. He got him and he picked him up. He's like, you okay, bro? You all right? That's the type of shit to me. It's just like anybody that's been through some shit, bro. You know, the cops in Mississippi, they damn near ran out the pod. You know, so it's a free fall on there if we wanted it to be. You know, so we know we left to our own devices doing our thing. It was what it was. You know, but you know, obviously you guys already know, man. The moral of the story, the experience that you guys are supposed to take from it is, don't ever get caught up in this type of situations. You know, because if you get plugged in and if you're working for organization members or whatnot, you could do everything right and still be wrong at the end of the day.